right, so we're talking about how to set it and forget it, how to sell digital files on Etsy on Autopilot. I love this business model so much. It is amazing. It's the closest thing that you're going to ever get to passive income online. And I used to be one of those guys that was like, passive income does not exist. It's not possible. You can't do this. This is about as close as it gets. I mean, you do have to set it up, but once it's set up, you're pretty much done because there's no fulfillment. It's automated. There's no delivery times. There's no processing times. There's no base costs. There's none of that. It's just like somebody likes it, they buy it, they get it. And you're like, done. I love it. Like, I feel that this is the future of Etsy big time. Like, print on demand, I still love. It works very well. But man, when you combine print on demand and digital files, holy cow, I love it. So what are we going to cover today? Well, 3 basic things. Number 1, I'm just going to show you proof. So I'm going to show you 3 ultra successful digital stores that are doing massive sales. Number 2, I'm going to show you the top 3 digital file types that are easy to make, that's the key, and profitable to sell. There is one file type I can mention too. It's profitable, but it's not easy to make, so I'm not even going to touch that one. Number 3 is how to speed things up. You can do this alone if you wanted to, but so who's this for? Following people. It's for people who want something different. People who want that passive income, that elusive passive income. People who want something new, positive action takers. And I think people who are like, you know what? It's time to do something where I'm going to actually start making sales on Etsy. And I don't want to do what everybody else is doing. Okay. So who it's not for, those negative people, the quitters, the bad attitudes, the all around unpleasant people. I am too old for that. I don't have time for that. I'm not bothering with that. You're here, so I'm sure that this is for you. And if you stay until the end, I do have something for you. But before we begin, I do like to introduce myself. This time, nah, I'm not going to. If you want to know more, Google my name, Will Hamerl. It's like hey to a guy named Merle or a PPC coach. Hopefully there's good stuff on there. There was a point in time there wasn't because I had one of my competitors trying to take over my membership site. He was really dragging my name through the mud. But anyway, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a father of 5 daughters, husband, and I've been working full-time online for myself since 2007. So enough about me. Most of you know me by now. Instead, let's talk about you. So is this you? Are you the pumped up Etsy seller? You know the potential in having your own Etsy shop. You've seen it. You've seen others succeed. You know it's possible. You know that you are ready to start profiting. So you start researching on YouTube, which everybody does. There's so many YouTubers now, and they're all trying to get your attention. And what they use is that clickbait thing where they're like, how to get your first 100 sales, 0 to 100 sales in 9 days. Top 5 products to make you $5,000. Like it's all a formula that they use. And a lot of it is very clickbait stuff where they get you to click it and watch it, and then you watch it and you're like, I literally know less than I did when I started this video. So anyway, most of them are new and they might have had like a small taste of success, but I have some bad news for you. YouTube videos about Etsy are typically nothing but fluff. Okay. Now in my videos, I try not to do that, but a lot of the ones that I watch, I'm like, what did I just watch? So clickbait headlines and a lot of talking, but very little substance. So finding a step-by-step system, good luck on YouTube. I spelled system wrong. It just doesn't happen. It can be frustrating. I know a lot of you spend a lot of time in the YouTube research phase. I do too. Does that hit close to home? It's okay if it does. Maybe you're an action taker who gives everything the old college try. You've seen others succeed. You know it's possible, but it just doesn't seem to click for you. Now, what do? Well, you start seeking out paid training. Usually a YouTuber has something to offer. Even the companies out there, the print-on-demand companies now, have their own full departments dedicated to training you. But some of them just can't teach. So you continue to struggle. You continue not making any money online, or you end up in that vicious cycle of constantly buying, constantly failing, thinking of giving up, but you don't. The point is you're not going to give up on your dream. Your dream is your goal, and your goal is what keeps you going, and goals are good, and we all have them. So what I'd like you to do real quick, just type your goal in the chat box. What monetary number of revenue every month do you need to make to hit your goal? So is it 1,000? Is it 5,000? Is it 10,000? Is it 100,000? I had one guy on here one time who typed in 100,000. I was like, okay. So after the webinar, I went and looked at his name and I was like, that guy's already doing 100,000. Come on, man. But that's awesome. So here we got 2,500 to start. Nice. Quit my job and earn 20K per month. There you go. That's a good goal. 3,000, doable. Nice. Love it. 10K. Love it. 3,000 US a month. Love it. 1,000 actual profit. Right on. 10K. 5K. So we got a whole bunch of different numbers, a whole bunch of people with a whole bunch of different goals. That's okay. That's good. Everybody's different. Nothing wrong with that at all. I'll tell you my goal. So here's mine. It's a little different than everybody else's because I already hit that monthly thing. So this is, and people see this and they go, what the heck is he talking about? But I used to be a financial advisor and I had a client who actually did this and I loved it. So this is my goal. I need 3 million cash invested at 5% in a corporate bond ladder. Pays me 150,000 a year, 12,500 per month for the rest of my life without lifting a finger again, so I can focus on my kids and my wife daily. That's my goal. Super simple. Not really. Ask me what a corporate bond ladder is later, I'll tell you. So I'm not there yet, but I'm working on it. The point is, without that goal, I would struggle to keep going some days. It's hard. Like working alone online can be very hard. You get in your own head so much. It's just, man, it's crazy. Some days stink. So a campaign can flop for no reason. For me, like a customer can't log in. I have to deal with some software issues. I have competitors who copy me left, right, and center. Not only my products, but my training too now, which is a whole new battle that I've been going through. Or this is the worst, Etsy suspends you. So that one is the most frustrating of all things that can happen to you as an Etsy seller. Typically, it's just the Etsy bot, the old Etsy bot got a little hungry and ate your store. You can get it back. Usually it's something dumb and something that an email to support, and then a couple of days later, you'll get it back. The only problem is it does hurt the momentum of your store, and I think momentum on Etsy is very important. So you keep going because you have a goal. So, hey, why tell you all this? Well, you need something to keep you going too. Bad days happen, and goals give you something to focus on. So you can sit there, you can feel sorry for yourself, and you can wallow in self-pity. I've done that before. It sucks. Or you can change anything you want in your life. If things aren't going the way you want it, change it. It's up to you. That little piece of gray matter between your ears, that controls everything. So that's why you're here. Maybe you've tried and failed, and that's why I put together the Etsy Digital Files Bootcamp. But more on that later. Let's get into that training now. So let's dive in. I cannot wait to show you this stuff. The first thing is 3 ultra successful Etsy shops. They're doing what you want to be doing. Okay. So shop number 1 is Heather Roberts Art. And I'm going to show you that if you want to see it. Cool. Let's go. So let me just drag this over here. Oh, sidebar. 1 second. I did probably my greatest meme of all time. Well, not of all time, but I'm going to show you this first. And I'll show you how Facebook treats people right now. Where is it? This one. So that's my actual photo of Etsy sellers at work. That's what they do. They're like carbon copy, carbon copy, carbon copy, carbon copy. And then they're like, oh, I don't know, why isn't it working? So what I wrote is this, and then I'll get to the store. So it would be funny if it weren't true. Seems all Etsy sellers follow the same formula. Find something that is working and copy it. It's like people forget how to be unique. I mean, some print-on-demand companies do the same thing as the photo too. So wouldn't it be nice if you could just stop copying other successful products on Etsy and actually make some money? How many more? To my wife, you're stronger than you think, smarter than you act, and prettier than that roadkill I drove by on the way home from work. Love your husband. Message cards do we need to see? Saturated markets are not fun. They're saturated because you missed the boat. If you had a time machine and could go back 3 years, you'd be killing it. If you're unique and first to market, you have a huge advantage over other Etsy sellers. If you're not original and 101th to the market, well, good luck to you. So you guys are on this right now, but I thought that was awesome. And Facebook is like, oh, here's your 58 post reach out of 9,700 people in my group. Anyway, that's my little sidebar before we get into this. Here it is. HeatherRobertsArt.com. This thing, every time I load this page, this goes up. So watch this, 723,000 680 sales. 723,697 sales. Like, this thing is a friggin' cash machine for this lady. I love it. I think it's awesome. Now, her designs are $1, which is crazy, right? But you got to think, she is smart. She's doing something right here. First of all, she has 3,275 listings. They are all like SVG. Like, look at this. It's a fish for $1. It's a mushroom for $1. It's a sailboat for $1. It's some flowers for $1. Like, oh my God, the volume on this is just insane. And that's just her dollar deals. She actually has higher price ones. So we sort by highest price. 150 for the extended use license. Commercial license, $25. Mega bundle, $10. Annabelle, I don't know what that is, $10. Custom order, $5. Custom order, teacher name, $5. So she does have other products that are more, but she also runs a lot at that lower cost, which is crazy. This shop is kicking butt, and it's just selling digital products. So they have 12 packs, they have individual ones, they have everything. And she's been around for a long time. And every time you hit reload on that, you see a new review. Like that's February 24th, but that's today's reviews. 23rd, 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 22nd. Like to get, oh, there's another 24th. Another 24th. Why are they out of order? 24th. Come on, Etsy, 24th. Like, this is what you want. You want this shop. And all you need to do is create 3,275 products. And I'm going to show you something here. Let's go to the analytics. Now, this is most recent. So the way that Everbee works, this is my spy tool, is it's going to pull only that first page. So it's going to pull those listings, like 40 products. So I'm only seeing the most recent. If I sort by volume, there. I'll show you that one later. But that one has 22,000 sales. What I want to look at is how old is this shop? So shop age, 35 months. 35 months. My God. We've got a shop here, almost at 1 million sales, and like getting a massive amount daily. That is almost 3 years old, just shy of 3 years old. Like, well, actually 1 month shy. I should be able to do that math in my head. So there's an example. Boom, right there. All she's doing is digital files and like making a freaking killing. Now she has a website too, but that's amazing. When I saw that, I was like, yeah, love it. And there is not a single print-on-demand product on this store, not one. So there's store number 1 that you can see that I love. You can bookmark that. You can go check it out later. Let's look at shop number 2. That is Art Prints Factory. You want to see this one? Okay. Oh, I didn't even do the dollar amount. So 723,000. Let me just finish that off. 723,697 times $1. We'll just say that. So that, well, I didn't need to do that. 723,000 divided by 35 months. About 20,000 a month for almost 3 years on average. Like that's a revenue. So take that and take your fees away from that and everything else, and you're not making quite that much, but she doesn't have to do anything. Like she creates it, lists it, people buy it, she laughs. She goes to the bank and drives her Ferrari or whatever she's driving. Like just insane. So this store is doing everything right. Here's the second one. This one, a little bit smaller, right? Art Prints Factory. But what I really like about this is, and I picked it because they're doing artwork more than the SVG angle. And if you look at this one, they have 157,054 sales. Let me try that thing where I'll hit the refresh and see if it'll go up. Didn't go up. Not quite like the other one, but who cares? So they have 2,195 products. Let's see how old this store is. Just do a little analytics. Slide over here. They're 81 months old. So they are not quite doing as well as the other one, but they're still doing pretty good. Making a lot of sales anyway. Just look at that. 18,000, 1,500, 1,300, 1,200, 1,200. You look at any of these and they're, I mean, well, let's take the top one. Let's go look at it. That's our top listing. Oops. Kids wall art, children's wall art, nursery set of 6 prints. I don't know why, but this set of 6 prints thing seems to work very well with digital. So they got days, an alphabet, months, numbers, crayons, and shapes. Like, my God, you could make this in like 10 minutes in Canva, put it up on your shop, and just sell it. And it's not even the frames, it's just the digital. It's one PDF and one other file. So they have a set of 6 prints, 6 high resolution JPEG, 6, well, they just did different sizes of JPEGs. I don't know why that says PDF. Oh, the PDF here is going to point to the location where they can download the zip file, probably. So, I mean, once you set that up once, it's such an easy thing to do. Available in English, French, German, and Spanish. But this particular listing has 244 reviews. And like we said, it's got about 1,800 sales. So I like this store. I like it a lot just because it's something simple and it's something easy. And it's, yeah, they have a lot of listings, but like, look at that. Neutral burnt orange rainbow and sunburst. Like, come on, man. Look at these. The really, really, really cool part is if you see like a bear like this brushing his teeth and then brush your teeth, that's cute. Well, let's do the sales on this. So I'm seeing $8, I'm seeing $4, I'm seeing $2, $3.20, $4. Let's say on average it's about a $4 that they're charging across all their products. So let's take this 157,054 times 4, 628,000 divided by 81 months. So about 7,700 a month in revenue that this is producing. And they're not doing as much as the other one. I don't know why, but that tells you something, right? It leaves clues. So if you know that one store is making massive sales and you're looking at what are they selling, and then the other store is not making quite as many sales, but they're still doing a good chunk of change, what are they selling? It gives you hints on what products you should be selling. All right, let's go back here for a second. Let's go to shop number 3, which is Bailey Design Company. You want to see this baby? Let's drag this over. This is one that I actually did a review on my YouTube channel too, because she's doing more than just tumbler designs. So tumblers, right? Those are those little water cups that you can get. She's got 2,800 designs. Have you noticed anything on all 3 stores I've showed you? They all have over 2,000 designs on them. And you're thinking, I can't do 2,000 designs. Well, that's because you're in print on demand mode. You're not in digital file mode. If you shift to digital file mode, you can, because you can pump these out a lot faster. So with print on demand, you have to launch it on a print on demand supplier's website and then push it to your Etsy shop, then go to your Etsy shop and edit that listing. With digital, it's not that way. It's all on Etsy. So once I create one listing with one set of keywords in one niche, all I have to do is copy that listing, just change out the product delivery files, and then the mock-ups, and then the video, and change like a couple words on the description, and I'm good to go. So I could list 10 digital files in about 25% of the time it would take me to list 10 print-on-demand files. So it's a lot faster process as well. Well, let's go here. So she's got a lot of dollar stuff, and 164,000. Let's see how old this shop is. Slide this over. Oh, did I do it? Oh, 28 months. Pretty new, right? Just over 2 years. So in that time, let's do this. We'll say it's $1, although there are some products that are more. So about 164,591. It's $1, so that'll be the revenue divided by, what was it? What did I say? 28 months. About 5,800 a month on that one. I think I got that right. Let me maximize this. 28 months, yeah. Wow, I remembered. Let's do this. Estimated total sales. Now, this is a shop where they're listing their most recent stuff. So when I analyze the 37 products on the front page, it's looking at most recent. So I'm not getting accurate data on their best sellers. See this custom listing? So these are all pretty new. But I wanted to show you this because she's really pushing this group. And then from that group, she also has a membership. So she's not only making money, this lady is super smart. She's making money on the Etsy shop, and then she's also making money on the membership. And this is something too. She's really pushing the group, and she's pushing this. Let me go here, which is her email list, which a lot of Etsy sellers do not do. It's MailChimp too. Pretty wicked. So this lady is smart. You would think, like, man, she's only selling sublimation designs for tumblers, and she's doing that many sales, and she's kicking butt, and it's amazing to watch. All of these designs, every single one of them, I can recreate in Midjourney. Very simple. Now, I'm not sure if she's using artificial intelligence for this, but we could create a shop just like this if we wanted, and we could use artificial intelligence to make them. So if you want to see an example, say the skull, she had some skull ones, but I think I did. Let's try this skull. Oops, put a slash on there. Watercolor skull, bunch of skull ones. There was one I saw the other day. I think it was this one. Yeah, so see this design? Watch this. Just give you a little teaser here. If I wanted to make these, I could go to Midjourney, which is here. And when you go to I'm not going to cover everything on Midjourney today, but this is a place you can go to create artwork. I'm just trying to look for a bot so I can send them a text. There. Let me just scroll up here. Right there. Those are created with Midjourney. So I could sell all 4 of these on an Etsy shop very easily. And all I did was type in a string, like a prompt, to get these produced. And then I pick the one I like, and I can download it. I can upscale it to make sure that it prints nicely. And then I could easily create a shop like this where I'm selling these. So the the possibilities are amazing with what we can do now. So just going back here, move this over. Years ago, I had looked at everything on the digital side of Etsy because I thought I really like this from a passive income point of view, but I couldn't do it because the technology wasn't there. So for me to list like 2,000 listings, I would have had to have hired a designer to do it, and that would have been big bucks up front. And I didn't want to take the time or energy to do that, to manage a couple employees to get me to that point. Maybe I should have, because we're seeing some massive success here, but now anyone can do this. If you can type in a keyboard, you can create a digital download shop on Etsy and be very successful. So, all right, let's move along here. Did you notice anything? Okay, how many combined sales are we talking from just those 3 stores? There are, I think it was 4.5 million sellers on Etsy, and now I think it's like 7 million sellers on Etsy. It keeps going up and up and up. I added up the sales. It's 1,043,977 sales. So over 1 million sales of digital products. So if you're telling me I'm not sure this stuff works, there you go. It does. 100% it works. If I took an average order value of $1.50, which it's way more than that, that's 1.5 million in revenue generated across those 3 stores over the years. That's amazing. That's really good. The best part, there's no product cost. It's all digital. Once you create that thing, all you do is list it. It's automatically delivered to the buyer as soon as they pay. So you do not get upset buyers. You know, in the print on demand world where you sell a message card and then it takes like 14 days to get to them, but you told them it would take 3. So when they get it, what do? They go back to your shop and give you a bad review. That doesn't happen with this stuff because number 1, it's so cheap. And number 2, they get it instantly. It's instant downloads. This is awesome. It eliminates those customer service headaches that the print-on-demand world has. So Etsy fees are all that is paid, right? Translation, you keep most of your revenue with digital products. You don't have to pay a print-on-demand company any base cost. I freaking love it. So, are you pumped yet? Do you see like what is possible? Good. Let's move on. All right, the top number 2 is the top 3 product types that are easy to create. That's the key, and list on your own shop. So product type number 1, this one is easy to create and list, and that is PNG and SVG files. So PNG is just a file type. SVG, standard vector graphic. That's what those cry cut machines use. That's what that shop with like over 700,000 sales used. So the biggest shops sell these, and we're going to as well. If you want to see an example, I actually think I have 2 here. Here's one of the top sellers from that shop. It's this simple split monogram alphabet, and they put it in SVG, DXF, PNG. That's fine, that's just file types. But what they did is they just took the alphabet, and people can download that, and then they just they edit it to include the name of whatever. And you see this, remember those metal name signs? And it used to be, well, where do you buy the design? Well, you get it right here on Etsy. And Etsy's got a whole bunch of these. This one, though, has about 13,613 sold for $1. So what I really like about this is you set it up, you forget about it, and it's high demand. So a lot of people have those machines, those cry cut machines, and even like my brother-in-law, he bought a plasma cutter, and I bought a set of these off Etsy, and I sent it to him, and now he can make those name designs, and I actually have one hanging right over in my dining room. So it's an awesome product right there, and that's just that's an SVG. Want another example? All right, here's that other one, and I kind of showed it originally, but look at this. How easily could you make this in Canva? It's got 397 reviews. I'm pinning that at about 2,646 orders at $1, and I love it. They listed it once, and now she did some mock-ups over here on the left of print-on-demand products, but she's not selling it on print-on-demand products. She just put it on, it's a SVG file, and it comes in PNG format as well. Super simple, super easy, set and forget. All right, so what if you had 10 products selling well? Well, that would be good money. And the best part is it's hands-off once it's set up. So let's look at product type number 2. There's a lot that can be done with this niche as well, and that's wall decor, which has a ton of sub-niches to it. All right, now I'm gonna go over here for a second just to show you this, because somebody was asking me, how do you find sub-niches? And I'm like, well, there's this little program that I like to use called ChatGPT. And I'll say, give me 10 sub-niches in the for wall decor that I can sell on Etsy. I love this thing. Like, all right, nursery. Yep, you can do that. Decorations designed for nurseries, baby rooms, and alphabet prints, animal-themed art, personalized name signs, minimalist wall art, bohemian wall decor, vintage wall art, like abstract art. I can go to Etsy and I can type these in right now, and it will show me examples of stores that are selling all this. Inspirational quotes. I just showed you one that's working. Photography prints can do that. Handmade. Well, we don't want to do that. Seasonal decor. Yep, 100% could do that. Map art could do that too. So if you're wondering what wall decor sub niches are out there, that's how you find them. And that's the beauty of using artificial intelligence, because we can be like, I'm having a brain fart. I don't know where to go with this. And then you go there and you ask it, and then it gives you 10 examples. And then you start digging through Etsy, or you find the ones that are working best, or the ones that resonate with you best, and that's what you go with. So, I mean, that's getting a little diving into the future, but it does have a bunch of sub niches. If you want to see example, here's the top seller. So remember, ChatGPT came up with the nursery art. There you go. And again, this set of 6 things seems to work. Woodland nursery art prints, 242 reviews, price at $440. So good for them. That means that one's pulled in about $7,907.20. And again, what I like, you set it up and you forget about it, and it's high demand. This stuff, you think of Etsy, who's on Etsy? Females. What are they doing? They might just had a kid, they're decorating the room, they're decorating the nursery, they need this so that they can put it up. I know my wife spent like a week literally painting a whole wall to look like mountains, and then she's bought a whole bunch of stuff too, like art that she's put up. It is a crazy evergreen niche to be in, because ladies are always having babies and they're always decorating in nurseries. That alone, you could just open up a shop on Etsy dedicated to nursery art prints, and you could make a great living. So it is that big of a market. All right, that's just one sub niche, right? There are tons. And I just showed you like 10 possible ones and how I got them. And I probably shouldn't have shown that because that's probably part of the training later. But anyway, you can get into those in profit. So let's move on to product number 3, and that's printable cards. Now this is another like the future thing, because if you think about it now, with printable cards, they buy it, download it, and print it. Usually, and if you're a male and it's Valentine's Day and you wake up in the morning, you're like, forgot to get a card. Oh, honey, I'm just going to go get a coffee. And then you go to the drugstore or Walmart and you're in the card section, going through all the leftover cards that are in there, and there's usually nothing good left. And then you go home, you're like, here you go, honey, happy Valentine's Day. Well, not anymore. Like, I don't buy cards anymore because I literally make my own and I print them. And now I'm like, well, I'm making my own and I'm printing them. Why don't I just sell these on my Etsy shop too? And it works. I've done this for Christmas. I've done this for Valentine's. I've done this for Mother's Day. I've done it for Father's Day. I've done it for all the holidays out there. Now, how many holidays are there? There's a ton that you can do this for. What about birthdays? Yep, birthday cards. What about anniversaries? 100% birthday cards. What about weddings? Yeah. Oh, did we get that gift off the registry when we went to the wedding? Yeah, we did. But do we have a card? No, I don't have a card. I was just going to put a tag on it. Let me hop on Etsy and find a funny wedding card that I can put on this gift and give to them. Boom, you're done. There are so many options with printable cards. It's amazing because they literally just buy it, print it, fold a thing in half, write a nice thing on the inside, and you're done. That's it. So here's one. If you want to see an example of a birthday card, a little birthday toast to you. How simple is that? How simple. And they're selling that at $3.98. So that's about $14,459.33. I love it. 545 reviews. It's selling. Okay. It's set it up, forget about it, and it's high demand. Birthday cards are year round. Now, could you make that? Yeah. In about 2 minutes with Canva. Can you see the potential? There is a ton. So digital plus Etsy equals happiness and money. The benefits are huge. Maybe I should put that on a t-shirt. Those are real products. Those are selling as we speak. The market exists. You have got to get into it. Sound good so far? I think it is. So let's move on to the third thing, and then we're going to close off, which is vital, and that's how to speed things up. So you do not have to do this alone anymore. Are you getting excited? We have a few questions on like where do I begin? How do I do this? How do I do that? I'm not quite sure on this listing thing. How do I make these? Where do I get these ideas? How do I put this all together in a systematic way where I can batch things out and really get my store up to that 2,000 listing mark real quick? Well, buckle up. It's about to get even better. So let's finish this off, and then I'll get to my offer for you. The reality check is this is not a simple thing we're talking about. There's a lot of moving parts. It can be complicated to figure out on your own. You need a couple things before you even start, and that is an Etsy shop, which is probably the easiest part. Then you need product type 1, product type 2, product type 3, and you need a lot of them. Then you need accountability. Then you need guidance. Then you need motivation. Then you need a group of like-minded people and a never give up attitude. So how do you do this? Well, you've got two options. You can do it the easy way, or you can do it the hard way. And the hard way is you try this, that didn't work, so you switch gears, you go over here. That didn't work, so you go back over here and you hit a bunch of bumps on the roads. Then you got something working, oh, then it doesn't work anymore. Then you drop down, then you keep going around. Look how long that red line is on the hard way and how short it is on the easy way. So the hard way, go for it. take everything you've learned, go for it on your own. Some of you will. That's fine. Go to YouTube, search for how to sell digital products on Etsy. Get the following: different opinions, different styles, some outdated methods, shifty people, tons of ways. Then go try each one on your own. Now you've got something, it's not the solution, but it's something called information overload. And that means you have so many options that you don't know where to start, which typically leads to overthinking and overanalyzing. So you do nothing. You go back to square one, and that route stinks. I don't suggest it for anybody. Instead, take the easy route. Learn from someone who's an experienced expert. Let's go back to 2005 for a second. I can show you what I did. I took the easy way. So I was working at TD Ameritrade, took night shift so I could search the internet for how to make money online. Found my mentor, taught me all about my first business, which was generating secured loan leads online, selling them to banks and loan companies in the UK. And without that guy, I'd still be at my 9-to-5 job. So if you want to learn how to lose weight, what do? Well, you can go online or you can hire somebody to teach you how to do it. Want to learn to fly a plane? What do? Well, you have to hire someone to teach you how to do it. You can't do it any other way. So you got to take courses, and then you got to do flight hours, and then you got to solo, and then you'll get your license. Otherwise, it's too risky, right? If you want to learn how to make money online with Etsy and digital products, find someone to teach you how. So this is the future that we're talking about. This is no different. Find someone to teach you how. And add into that a group of people who are going through it all with you. Which brings me to my offer to you. At the beginning, I mentioned my Etsy digital products bootcamp. That's what my offer is. It's a way to skip a lot of the roadblocks to get profitable. But first, let me ask you a question. Are you enjoying it so far? I hope you're nodding your head yes. Do you think digital products can work for you? They can, 100%. So far, what we covered is 3 ultra successful Etsy shops to prove that it works, then 3 types of digital products you can sell, and how to speed things up. So my question is, do you want to do this with me? Introducing the Etsy and Digital Products Bootcamp. So those info and methods that I've shown today only scratch the surface, not even a dent, to be honest. The bootcamp is all about this, teaching you how to research the 3 product types, teaching you how to create the 3 product types, teaching you how to list the 3 product types, teaching you how to get traffic to them, and then getting you to cash in on Etsy and digital products. That's what this is all about. What is it though? It's full training with some sweet bonuses all packaged up for you to get there quick. Sound pretty sweet? It is. So let's dive into this. What you get is in the bootcamp is 3 live training sessions over the shoulder. You learn then do in group coaching format. That's a $1,997 value. It's full training step-by-step in detail. 1 training session per product type, okay? That's just the training. I've got a couple bonuses too for you. Bonus number 1 is ongoing support. Do not go at this alone. You don't need to fly solo anymore. If you've ever tried talking to someone about your online stuff, you get this one. Wait, what? And that doggy is super cute, but that's what my wife does every time I start talking about my business. So what's the solution? It's a group of people who speak your language. Okay, that's what bonus number 1 is. A dedicated members-only group for support and coaching along the way. That's where the bootcamp takes place. So it's a members-only group. It's on Facebook, available 24/7. Get support, network with others, people who are in your shoes, people who will help you out, led by me. $1,997 value. It is, excuse me, as valuable as the training itself. So you get training and support. Does that sound pretty good? I think so. Total value, $3,994. But that's not all. I always feel like a game show host when I say that. I've got some more bonuses for you. So, bonus number 2. I don't know if you guys know this, but I wrote a book on this, and it's on Amazon right now. It's called Etsy Empire, a guide to selling print-on-demand and digital products. And so you can get it in Kindle format or paperback or hardcover. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to give everybody who buys it, who gets in the bootcamp, I'm going to send them a hardcover copy of my book. So it does have, you can see it on Amazon right now. It's got a $24.99 value. So now we're up to $4,018.99. I figured, you know what? I want to try this book thing because I got a lot of knowledge and I want to hit a lot of people. And what better way than to put a book up on Amazon about it? So if you want more, all right, fine. You need to build a list too, okay? That will get you sales faster. So bonus number 3, I'm going to throw in an extra training session. So instead of 3, there's actually 4. And that's going to be 1 hour live training, how to set up your email list and how to get people onto your email list. That's what bonus or training session number 4 is all about. I showed you an example of a big store that does this. We are going to do much the same thing, but with a little bit extra sauce on it, a little bit better, I think. So that's what you're going to get. 3 live training sessions, dedicated support group, Etsy Empire hardcover of the book, and then an extra live training session. So now we're up to $4,515.99. Now, you've got the list. What do you do with it? Well, you need to do a few things, right? You're going to have to send out an automated sequence, and you're going to have to send out sales and promotions. The good thing is I've run a bootcamp dedicated to that already, and I'm going to give it to you as well. So bonus number 4 is my email marketing bootcamp. Email is king. Okay, email and Etsy and digital products is like amazing. Email marketing is vital. I've got some very cool methods to teach you in that bootcamp. That brings in repeat customers, and it's going to teach you more than the 1 hour session can. So the 1 hour session is going to be strictly dedicated to how to get people onto your list. This bootcamp is going to tell you exactly what to do with them once they're on your list. Okay, that's a $9.97 value. I actually sold it in the past, and a lot of people took it. Went over very well. So now we're up there. Oh, I think my number's off. We got $19.97, $19.97, $24.99, $4.97, $9.97. Does that total $5,512.99? I think it does. How's that sound? Training, support, a book. That's new, right? An extra session, and an existing bootcamp. You get it all. So I think it's a ton of value. And I should charge that $5,500 for it, but I'm not charging that much. So I had a choice to make again. First option, sell this bootcamp for cheap, get more people going. Second, charge more, limit it to fewer people. And drum roll, please. I went with option 1. So I want to help as many people as possible. It's a good deal at $55.12. I priced this at $1,994, but wait, since you showed up on the webinar, I'm offering it for 50% off. That's $997 for a limited time. You can go here to join now. It is ppc-coach.com/go. That's 50% off for a limited time. The link is in the bottom right of the screen now. Now, the question that I get from some people is, man, that's a little bit too much at once. You know what? I get it. No problem. I did something special for you here too. I added 2 payment plans as well. I want to get you in there making money. So payment option number 2, instead of the full pay, is $397 for 3 payments. That'll be charged every 30 days. So that'll spread it out for you a little bit. Make it a little bit less painful, I guess, to get in there. And then I took it even a step further and I said, you know what? I get it. Let's add another even cheaper payment option for you. This one spreads it over like 13 payments of just $97 a month. So that's payment option number 3. You can see all those on the page at ppc-coach.com/go. So you are getting everything. This will help you cash in on Etsy and digital products. Now, people always say, what is a guarantee? Well, it's simple. If you do nothing, you're going to get nothing. Nothing will change in your life. If your first question is, hey, what's the refund policy? You know what? We're not a good fit. Your mindset's not right. But if you do take action and you follow the challenge, you're going to succeed. So what I'm saying is, if you want to speed up the learning curve, then do it. So if all this did was teach you how to cash in on Etsy and digital products, would it be worth it? If all it did was give you the support via the private Facebook group, would that be worth it? And if all it did was give you my book, would that be worth it? And if all it did was give you immediate access to a previous bootcamp, the email marketing one, would that be worth it? I think so. So if you want to cash in, you have 2 basic options. Option number 1 is do it alone. Go to YouTube, go to Facebook groups, search for how to cash in on Etsy and digital products. You're going to find a ton of conflicting info. You're going to get confused. You're going to get overloaded. You're going to overthink it. You're going to second guess yourself. You're going to waste time, waste energy. You're going to struggle. I actually did this. An ad came up. I bought something on Facebook the other day about digital products, and I went through her training, and I was more confused now than when I started the the whole process, because I'm like, I don't understand what you're teaching me. And that's I buy stuff so I can learn what not to do in my own programs to make it as simple and straightforward as possible for people. So option 2 is use that. Get my help, get the training, the support, get my book, get a previous bootcamp. Do that instead. So which option do you prefer? I think it's a complete no-brainer. Is $997 a lot of money? Yeah and no. I mean, we saw how much these stores are making. We just have to get there. Now, to get there takes a little bit of time, a little bit of training, a little bit of consistency, but that's what you're paying for. You're paying to speed up that whole process. Okay, so it's not really that much for what you're getting. Now, but what are you really buying? Well, you're buying the best chance for you to profit. I've eliminated the roadblocks to get you making money faster than ever, giving you a ton of value to get you making money as fast as possible. Set it, forget it on autopilot. This is as close to passive income as we can possibly get online. You can do this alone. I did. I wish someone could have showed me. When you buy time and help, you get there faster. You also increase the odds of making it work for you. So who am I to teach you? Well, I'm just an experienced expert with a lot of success so far. If you have any questions, fire me an email, ppccoach@gmail.com. Now, what's the difference between now and later? Well, now you might be struggling, and later you won't be anymore. I know so many people that are struggling on Etsy because they're selling the same old that everybody else is selling, and they have no real plan in place. They don't know what they're doing, and these digital products are the key to it all, I believe. This is a limited time offer. It's not going to be available forever. Don't wait on this. You might miss the bus. Oops. Now, some common questions that I get all the time. First is, how is it delivered? Well, the instructions are in the group. Support is on the dedicated Facebook group. There's 4 live trainings on GoToWebinar, and then the replays are posted in the group depending on when you're watching this. Support is available 24/7. Now, when are the live sessions? Well, the first one already happened Tuesday, February 28th, but that is in the group right now. The next one's coming up very soon, March 7th and the 14th and the 21st. But if you're watching it after those dates on the screen, then the replays are available for you immediately. So you could get the whole thing, depending on what time you're watching this replay, up front, right, all ready to go. So what if you can't make a session? Like I said, no problem. Replays will be posted. They're available to view, not via anytime. So when can you start? Well, right now. You get instant access to the group. First live training is Tuesday, but all the bonuses are available immediately. Do I need a store? Yes, you'll be building an Etsy shop, or you can use one that you've already got. I do have a video on opening an Etsy shop. It's fairly simple to do, and Etsy has a ton of guidance on this themselves. We're going beyond just opening a shop with this bootcamp. We're going into how to sell these digital files and the 3 of my favorite types, and then we're taking it a step further with the free traffic stuff to get you actual people in there and build up a nice email list. Now, will you teach free traffic? Yep. That's what session 4 is all about. What if I have more questions? Well, email me, ppccoach@gmail.com. Don't really use Skype. I don't really turn it on much. Or go to the Facebook group. I've got a free one, ppc-coach.com/group. There's about 9,700 people in there. Did you join yet? Awesome. I'll see you in the group in a minute. If you're still on the fence, here's a couple of testimonials. Here's one from Mandy. I've known Will for a few years. Have a couple of his courses. You'll always learn something from him, whether you're at the beginning, intermediate, or advanced stage of your business. He teaches what is working for him now, and he teaches in a simple, easy to understand way. I was able to implement one of his courses, and within the first lesson, I made my investment back. I love that. Oliver, I don't usually make public posts on Facebook, but feel I need to tonight. Will, you could be spending your time making money for yourself instead of creating such a great and insightful content. I truly believe you genuinely care and want to help people. You got me started with print on demand back in February, and I'm already seeing great success. I've hit several bumps along the way, but just believe in yourself and you can do this, and you will. Take care. Chris, I've been following Will for nearly 3 years now, and to this day I still think he's one of the best in the business when it comes to coaching print on demand and Facebook ads, which I used to do a lot of. Now, I've purchased a couple of courses in the past, and they've been great. Everything he teaches has been battle tested and proven, so you can trust the strategies that he shares. Definitely follow this guy. You won't regret it. If you want more testimonials, I've got more. I got a whole page. There's about 150 on there. I've been doing this a long time. Now, what happens after your order? Well, you get an email, and that email has instructions on how you can access the group and how you can access the other bootcamp as well right away. So, thank you. Thanks for watching. I cannot wait to help you succeed. That is my goal with all of this. You're buying something unique. You're getting training, support, my book, and an existing bootcamp. So if you skip this, you know what? I'm going to call you crazy, but we can part as friends. That's fine. So do not wait on us. This is what you've been searching for. Now, let's get you profitable and cashing in on Etsy and digital products. Let's sell 3 product types instead of just one, and 3 product types that are pretty easy to create, which is the key, because then we can scale the crap out of these. Now, thanks for coming on. I appreciate your time. Go join now if you haven't already. And if you do have any questions, just send me an email or go to the free Facebook group and make a post, and I'd be happy to answer any questions that you have about this. So go now, ppc-coach.com/go. Make sure it's all lowercase. Apparently, if you go to uppercase, it goes to a different thing. I don't know why. I think I fixed that, but who knows? Go lowercase just in case. Somebody pointed that out to me one time on one of my trainings. So have a great day. I will see you in the boot camp. I'm out of here.